Gentlemen, thank you all once again so very much for joining us. My name is Nexus. I will be your host for today, and we are joined by Hound and Running Man from the NFT gaming project Degenerate Dogs, an NFT series that plans to execute a new kind of utility for their NFTs. They hope to have a custom token that will represent their gaming chip for this casino, and they also hope to have that casino expanded upon over time. Gentlemen, welcome. Is there anything you would like to tell the community about yourselves and your project before we go on?
Well, we're very happy to be here, and we're happy you're hosting us today. Sorry for the delayed mic issues there. Trying to figure that out. I'm glad we got that figured out.
It happens. No problem. No problem.
Yeah. Just to give a little bit, just to add.
You might have to start that.
The ultimate premise of our project.
Losing you for a second.
Hold on, give me 1 sec.
Yeah, it sounded like internet lag.
How's that? Is that better?
It does sound a lot better. So yeah, if you could just start over for me, we'd appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. So I just want to add a little bit more to that introduction. So just the ultimate premise that our project is going for is we're trying to create an ultimate exclusive digital casino just for our holders. This isn't a public casino that's not able to be accessed by the public. It's exclusive to the 5,555 holders, and then again, if we do what we plan on doing future drops, so for those holders as well. And the money generated from this project is back into casino holders to use. So it's for the holders and the holders exclusively. I want to kind of emphasize that before we move forward.
The NFT and casino specifically is going to be designed for the holders of the Degenerate Dogs NFTs.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay. As projects...
So by holding...
Oh, yeah, go for it. By holding.
So by holding the NFT, you are going to receive 5 treats per day, and those treats are going to be your token to come into our casino and play the games you like. We're going to have different games. We're starting off with slots. If you actually are in our Discord and you check out sneak peeks, you can see how the UI of the casino is going to be laid out. You also can check out our first game, the slots game, how it's going to look. We're going to have different formats and stuff depending on your username. So it's going to be unique to you as well. So that's something cool to look at as well. So if you guys aren't in the Discord and do want to check it out while we're on this call, if you join our Discord and go to sneak peeks, you can get a more inside scoop of how it look.
Okay. Is there anything?
Yeah, we have the dashboard as well on there. Sorry, go ahead.
You're good. It's always my first real question that I ask anybody who will come up and step up to talk to us. I'll usually ask the team to tell us a bit more about themselves as a way to help us get to know them a little bit better before we really dive into the meat and potatoes. And I noticed on your site, you two in particular are listed as the team leaders, but we don't get much other information about you other than artistic rendering.
Absolutely. So I'll start a little bit about myself. My name is Running Man. I've been trading NFTs for quite a while now. I've been offered to join a couple different projects before, but I just didn't want to, just because I either didn't like what it was or just I didn't like the overall project. So Hound is actually one of my very, very good friends. So I came to him and spoke to him about everything. And we said, you know what? Why not go ahead and make our own project that's going to bring a different view to the NFT world? No one has really done this casino mix. There is a little bit like Slotties, like I know we've mentioned to you, Nexus, on a call before. But that's just an overall, that's open to anyone. And no one's really done this type of, utility where you get a token and then you can go into the casino and then from there, cash out into Ethereum. So theoretically, you're joining into the casino by just holding the NFT. You're making money. So that's a little bit about me. So I just went ahead, talked to Hound. So I've been trading NFTs for quite a while, but I did want a different perspective on everything. And I was like, you know what? there's a lot of money to be made flipping NFTs. But, I want something that I've always wanted. Like me, I like gambling. I like gambling casinos. I was like, let me do something that I would really enjoy, which would hopefully let the community enjoy as well.
Casinos tend to be very high volume, high liquidity needed businesses. As project leaders, do you guys plan on KYCing or disclosing your identities at any point during this project?
Yes, 100%. We're going to we're going to stand by doxing ourselves. We already have multiple admins and people part of this project that have doxed themselves, such as Ali Alizada, who made CryptoKitties' latest version of their website, and he was a big part of their utility. He's the main development leader of our project. I know him in real life. We have Ryan Ever, who is also an admin. He works on some very, very successful NFT projects. He's got some very large contacts in the space. And he knows how to kind of point NFT projects, if you will, in the right direction when it comes to dates and the minting process. And he's very good with dealing with people in the community.
And one last, I will give you guys a little inside scoop since we're on here, and it's great to be here with everyone today. We do have an NBA star coming on board. I don't know if you guys know him, Michael Beasley. He's very, very interested in our project, and he is actually coming on board. So you should see him joining our Discord, and we're going to also plan on doing an AMA with him. So that's another thing. He is joining on board.
And we've had a couple people reach out to us, but we specifically wanted to partner with. We were very happy with Beasley because Beasley, he's very into NFTs and he knows what he's doing, and he's got a big NFT following. And we're very excited to do an AMA with him, and we're actually bringing him on as an admin. He's like really interested in this project, and he loves the utility that we have, and so we're very excited for that. We're going to share that to our general public community on Discord. We haven't announced that yet whatsoever. We have a whole graphic coming later today. We're going to release that information.
All right. So exactly how degenerate is Degenerate Dogs? It's a philosophical question. So
So can you what is the question?
My question is, the art project itself, the NFT project itself, is called Degenerate Dogs. There's actually a couple other degenerate dog projects in existence. I've already found even one that with sold out NFT mint series called Degen Dogs, similar to your own. But
is it the one with a Z?
I think it is. I know their artwork I didn't enjoy looking at it as much as I enjoyed looking at your all. It was very sort of simple and pixelated.
Yeah, I think we did come across that one as well.
Yeah, and I asked that question only sort of out of the interest of humor, sort of wondering how degenerate is Degenerate Dogs as a community and team, because obviously this being the internet, in the era of 8kun and the like, there are some very degenerate forums and communities out there.
Well, the actual community, I wouldn't like to call them degenerates. I'm sure the people that are interested in even though it's more of a joke, it's more of a something just to go with, but because of the whole gambling aspect, it applies. Exactly. So our utility, it's all about gambling. It's all about an exclusive casino. When you think of degenerate, you think of a degenerate gambler. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. I'm sure it comes to your mind as well. So it's we think it makes sense. But our people, we would like to hope our community is responsible in the decisions that they're making, of course.
Well, there's a lot of different opinions and moralisms that can be done when somebody brings up the word degenerate. It's always going to conjure a little sense of moral superiority on the person wielding it against someone else for a perceived moral fault or failure. Tell us a little bit about the treat's tokenomics.
Yeah, so you will gain... by holding the NFT, you will gain 5 treats a day, and those treats can be withdrawn in the casino for actual real Ethereum. And so, when it comes to the tokenomics of it, it's going to relate directly to how much initial liquidity is being injected into the casino, which will greatly depend on our initial mint. And then while we're talking about the value of treats, we can't give until we kind of see where we're at after this first initial mint. So we had this conversation with Nexus and the team a couple days ago, and there were some great, fantastic questions when it came to what's the conversion rate going to be, how much are the tokens going to be worth, how many does 30 tokens equal in ETH. We can't give you a solid number because we don't know the amount of liquidity that is going to be injected in the casino until this first initial mint. So this first initial mint is the whole entire premise in this initial mint is to inject liquidity into the casino for our holders. That's where the bulk sum of it is going to go. And then we're going to do that for the first few drops. We're going to keep injecting massive amounts of liquidity. Like a vast majority. Me and Running Man, we're not taking anything. We're putting all the money straight back into the casino. We've already begun investing our own money before our project even has sold out yet, into this casino. It's already starting development by the same team that made CryptoKitties, and we're already starting the development on the casino slots. You can check out the UI. They're doing the foundation on the slots already. They already made the dashboard. They already made the overall concept of the casino, so we can get that out to our holders as soon as possible. But to give you kind of a better idea, about where we stand with the tokens, we know it's going to be 5 a day when you hold it, and you're going to be able, if you just hold, the NFTs, and you don't want to gamble in the casino, you can hold and just keep gaining those coins those tokens every day. And you can go into the casino and cash those out. Okay, but the casino is going to be, we're going to make it in such a way where the casino will be more worth it for you to spend your time in the casino. However, if you don't want to gamble, if you don't want to have anything to do with the casino utility, you can simply hold the tokens, make your money back plus way more, and then you could resell it. And the good thing about our project is the tokens that are, they're per wallet address, they're per the NFT you're holding. So if you by the end of it have 30 tokens and you want to sell, those tokens will be given to the next person, therefore upping not only the rarity side of the artwork, but that will also help up the value of the NFT itself. If you just pile those tokens on top of that rather than cashing out, you can sell it and it'll go to the next user that holds that NFT. So we don't know what the conversion rate is yet until we have that initial injection of liquidity into the casino, but we can tell you that we're going to make it in such a way where using the royalties, this is another thing that I want to emphasize here, other than the first couple of drops, the first few drops being the initial injections of liquidity into this casino, we're going to use all the royalties and all the transaction fees that we have. There's minor transaction fees every time in the casino, but all of those minor transaction fees and all those royalties on the secondary market, every single last penny is put back into the casino, which is what's going to make this self-sustainable after those initial big sums of money kickstart the casino. If that makes sense.
How many mint series do you think that would require?
The initial, when we're referring to the initial injection of money, we believe that 2 to 3. It all depends. We're gonna is so for this first initial mint, because we're doing slots. And I know we spoke about this the other day. So I just want to reemphasize it. I know we spoke to it, but to the community, we're specifically starting with slots because you're playing the house. And by playing, we're not doing poker at first, for example, or more of a group game. That will come after when we have more unique users on the casino. So this initial mint, we're allowing in the public sale, there is no wallet limit. There's a transaction limit, but there's no wallet limit. You can, if you want to buy 50, you can buy 50. It's not going to be an issue. However, when it comes to the group games, that will start to become an issue. Hence why this initial drop is just an injection of liquidity. And for future drops, there's going to be a strict wallet limit. So it's going to be unique users to the casino. You can't just hold, a massive amount of NFTs and be, I guess, a whale per se in the project. That's only for this initial minting, so we can have that that injection of liquidity, so we can kick off the casino. But when it comes to future drops, it's going to be unique users. So there's going to be 1 or 2 per wallet allowed to be minted. And so as for where we're at right now, we believe 1 to 2, because our second one will be around the same amount as this one. And obviously, if we sell out, the price floor is going to be a lot higher.
Yeah.
We around, if we had to do a third one, it'd be very small. But the first is going to be us just
cutting out.
But I believe
bad, boss.
where we currently stand right now.
You're cutting out pretty bad for me.
Can you hear me now?
And I'm gonna need you to start
Can you
that
hear me now?
last sentence over. Yeah, you sound better now, but it's clearly a connection issue.
Yeah. No, I apologize. I'm in the middle of moving. That's why. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, just let me know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
So we believe 2 right now. That's it. To give you more of a solid note, we believe 2 right now. We got to assess a lot of these numbers. We have to assess after this initial minting, and we kind of have to take a step back and see where the day we release our NFTs are delayed reveal. So we're gonna, the hope is that they all sell out, and then we're gonna expose them all on the 9th, and then the 9th, that night, we all the admins, all the development, we all have a huge 4-hour long meeting. And so all these questions when it comes to how many more drops are we gonna do? Right now it's 2 big drops, and then after that, future drops after the casino is kickstarted will be attached to a new game in the casino or something big coming to the casino. There will be a big update with every drop, if that makes sense.
Yes,
so
that does make sense, but I need to dig in a little bit more on the sort of tokenomics behind allowing a large whale, for instance, to scoop up 50 Degen NFTs. I foresee an issue with the quantity of unique users available if the NFTs representing your access to the casino are held by a small number of people. That possibility opens it up for a whale to game and exploit the growth of the Degenerate Dogs NFT casino to effectively pull the rug out from the price floor.
Are you saying that if let's say a whale gets 50, are you saying under one wallet, multiple wallets?
Just so I can frankly,
because it's for 5 per transaction. Whales, it's going to be hard for someone to get 50 with the amount of people in our Discord and the hype that we have around it. It will be tough and the spiking gas. But if you're saying a theoretical question,
yeah, it is a theoretical question because I've seen a lot of projects, not just NFT ones rather, but many lately, suffer a kind of accidental, inadvertent, or otherwise very obvious drop in price that could presumably be tied to whale holders of those tokens or projects accumulating massive amounts only to dump it all back on the market, which of course crashes the price with the increase in supply.
Yeah. So the tokens, like treats, you will not. Are you asking like if you're going to be able to sell it on secondary? Like what is that? What you're trying to refer to? Of like secondary of what the whole spiel?
To be as blunt as I can, I'm going fishing basically as the idea of a gambling man who doesn't like to gamble. A guy who's going to buy NFTs of various series, hoping for pumps and exploiting anything within tokenomics and systems in order to come out on top of basically any other investor I'm playing chicken with.
Yes, absolutely. So how the tokens work is like, you can hold it and you could build up your tokens, and then you could just trade. You don't even need to gamble. You could just trade it in for Ethereum right on our website. You connect your wallet. You have 100 tokens, boom, and just easily. So it's going to be connected as if you are a flipper, for instance. Each tree is connected to your wallet or connected to that NFT. Sorry, not wallet. Connected to that individual NFT. So you're going to go on secondary. I'm going to buy. Let's say this guy's been holding for a month. 5 treats a day times 30 days, or however long that month is. He'll have that amount of treats when you purchase it. So it will actually increase the price of the NFT, and you're going to be able to prove it on OpenSea about how many treats that individual NFT has. So let's say you go on it, you're like, actually, I like the artwork. This one's a rare, and it actually has 50 treats. boom, let me list it for this, I can get it. Does that answer your question?
To a degree. Is there it still sounds a little bit though like I could basically be a gambler on a fixed income of casino chips. Is there any limit to how I could exploit the system without gambling in the casino?
I mean, if the thing about it all is you are going to have to hold for so many days to make the amount you could make in a casino. Like, so yes, you could theoretically just keep holding, but it's going to take X amount of days to reach that limit that you are looking for. Rather than, the whole thing is we are trying to influence people to go into the casino and have fun, is the whole thing about it. There is a limit on how many NFT. There is a limit on how many you can hold. So you're gonna just keep holding. There's gonna limit, but it's gonna be very, very hard for you to reach that limit. You're gonna have to hold for a very long time to reach that limit.
Okay. All right. The NFT minting itself, based on this conversation and others, represents a liquidity injection into the Degenerate Dogs casino. How certain is the team from Degenerate Dogs that a virtual casino operating in proprietary tokens will be profitable as soon as a second or at latest a third mint series?
Yeah,
You're cutting out again, Hound.
No, better now?
Yes, better now.
Okay, perfect. Thing, it's a fantastic.
Yeah. Wait, hold up. Hound, you keep going in and out.
Yeah.
One second. What about now? We good?
Sounds like it, but we'll see.
All right. No, that's a great question. I just want to emphasize we're in this for the long haul. So we're not looking for profit after the first one or two. We're looking for when it comes to me and Running Man, right? We're looking for profit down the road. We want this to be a really long term thing for us. We're not going to get pretty at all profits.
You're cutting out, Hound, again, in and out. I'll just explain it if you want.
Yeah, I think that might be.
Can you guys hear me?
Sorry, Hound.
No worries. All right, so what he's trying to say, the internet connection is going, I guess, in and out for him. That's unfortunate. But yeah, so what he's saying is we are not trying. We gave this we said this to you the other day, like we would rather have 1% of Coca-Cola than 50% of grandma's cookie shop. So basically, we are not making our money. Our bread and butter is not going to come from our first or second drop. We are trying to make this self-sustaining and make it fun for the community, so for everyone to enjoy. So making our money personally, I'm not in this for the money right now. It's going to be a long-term thing. So as of money making for the admins, and like especially me and Hound, that's not what we're looking for. This is not a money grab. This is not what it is. A lot of projects nowadays, and this is why I reached out to Hound and spoke to him about this, because a lot of projects these days are money grabs, and they don't really care about the community. They're just coming out here saying X, Y, Z. They're going to do it, and they don't know if they do it. They just saying. This is not us. This is not what we're trying to do. We are trying to make our bread and butter and later drops. When it comes around, it comes around. We are not focused. We're focused on just dropping this first set, get the casino up and running, everyone having fun. We're going to have a social club of everyone who has a Degen dog, and all the unique holders will have a separate social chat so you can talk. And then later drops, you like on the next drop, when you have games that you can play with people, you can be like, hey, at Nexus, you want to hop in and play this game with me? And then you can play with each other. And it's like a little virtual casino that everyone will have fun. And just by purchasing for a small purchase, you can make your money back and regenerate tokens. When you go to a casino, you go walk in with $20-$30. You walk in with $30, you lose it. Now you have to take another $30 to play. I want to emphasize this a lot, is the special thing about Degen Dogs is that you can you lose all your money. You have, let's say you gain 30 treats over X amount of days. You go into the casino, you lose it all. Yes, it might hurt, it might not. But the next day, you're still going to receive 5 more treats. So you're essentially getting free money every single day to play in a casino. One day you're going to have to win. But yes, you might lose. And then maybe you go on a hot streak and win. That's what we are trying to make. So like, it doesn't feel that sting. I know like when people go to casinos, you play with $100. Yes, it hurts. And then you pull out another 100 and you're trying to essentially dig yourself out of that hole from your first $100 loss. This is what we're trying to remove from the casino, like remove from casino players, is that you lose your money and the next day you will still get another 5 treats for you to play in the casino.
Okay, and the number 5 that we're working with is a tentative, speculative number to be future determined by the amount of unique holders?
Yeah, your 5 is the actual number. You're going to receive 5 treats a day.
Oh, for the initial mid-series?
Yeah, for the initial mid-series, you are going to receive 5 treats a day.
Okay.
That's how many you receive.
Okay, gotcha. All right. The last big question I have before we turn this show over to the community is the following. The casino represents Degenerate Dog's utility and use case for the NFT. As I've previously stated, I'm not that much of a gambler. I consider myself much more of an investor, but I play a bit of Discord poker every now and then with my friends here. What kind of market share in the online casino gaming environment, a crowded space occupied by the likes of Zynga, PokerStars, WSOP, etc., do you guys feel that you will actually be able to capture with Degenerate Dogs?
Great question. So we think we can capture a lot of people coming into our space because of just our main utility and what we have to offer. That games like poker, like I stated before, games like poker and things like that will come at our later drops. So basically, we think that we will be able to capture a lot of people because, Hard Rock, the Seminole Casino, is probably one of the biggest hotels, and they're up for some reason, right? They have all those hotels for some reason. They're making their money. But we're doing a little twist to the casino where you can refurbish basically your money every single day, and we'll be able to capture those holders as the holders that get a little hurt or feel some type of way when they lose too much money. This will give you a fun and incentive.
Okay.
Coming and playing.
Okay. All right, we shall dive right into the community questions, wasting no time. Sergeant 13 Bravo asks, besides treats for holders, will the casino portion have real casino-type rewards or point systems for frequent play, i.e. points towards discounted merch, free merch from the store, or something of that nature to encourage more play?
Can you guys hear me well again or no?
Yes,
not yet.
You're back.
Okay, I'm glad. I just connected to the Wi-Fi.
Thank goodness.
So, I apologize. To answer your question, you're going to be able to earn more tokens into the casino. The tokens can be redeemed for other things other than just Ethereum. Now that will come with future updates to the casino, but like a point system. We have, if you look at our dashboard, I guess this would be kind of like a point system. We have a level system, like an achievement system that is going to be introduced right off the bat. If you go to our Discord and look at the first sneak peek of the first UI of the casino, it's a dashboard. And that's the initial dashboard of where you'll go to, kind of see your profile, play the games, etc., etc. That's the main menu. At the top, it says, I believe the example says level 2 or whatever. There will be different levels, and every level you'll get different power-ups. For example, if you hit, a new level, you might get double tokens for the next 30 minutes or whatever it might be. I can't tell you the specific power-ups because we're still making the casino, and and another thing is this is a lot of it relies on our community. So we're going to do a beta test with just our holders before we release the casino with full tokenomics and everything working 100%, because we want to hear the feedback from the community. And to kind of give you guys, I know I'm kind of branching off the answer to this question, but while we're talking about this, I just want to kind of bring up the fact of dates. And the dates will probably be around 45 to 60 days. We'll have the casino up and running for our holders, and within 2 to 3 weeks, we estimate around 15 to 20 days, we'll have the tokens up and running. But for that 2-week period or that 3-week period, you will be reimbursed for 5 every day, or for however many you hold, you will get those treats back. So essentially, you're making treats no matter what. I mean, if we have the tokenomics in place or not, right away, you will get those treats for that period of time. So to answer your question, there is no direct point system. However, we have sort of like an achievement system where you can do double tokens, etc., and you can redeem those tokens in a way where you can buy more power-ups and risk it on more power-ups. So, for example, we'll have like a power-up section, or you can go buy, triple coins if you win X amount of games in this amount of time. So if you lose that, then you're kind of gambling against yourself, and it no matter like that. But no point system at first. Again, this is an ever-changing project, but no point system off the bat. No.
Okay. Also from Sergeant 13 Bravo, in your roadmap, you are giving away $15K to an organization that is top-heavy, with crazy long-in-your-feels ads on television, and is known to trickle only a portion to actually helping those that it claims to help as a charity. Why is Degen donating money that could be used to reinvest in the community or the brand to a charity like that?
I'm confused as to the question. Are you asking why we're donating in general, or that specific charity, or both?
The question is in particular targeting the animal charity that you guys chose. I'm going to be
the complete brutal honesty here is we all came to the conclusion that was, we every single time we do a drop, and even when we're done doing drops, we want to donate to either some type of animal cruelty charity because it's an animal themed project, or some type of addiction, even if it be drug addiction, some type of rehabilitation kind of program. Just because even though it has nothing to do with either, it's just the theme of the theme of the entire NFT, even though it's not directly has to do with dogs or directly has to do with gamblers or addicts. We think it's a nice gesture, and we're very big on giving back in our what we morally believe in. So I can't. We did research on the charity, but as for the charity, we don't. If that's actually something they're doing, we don't stand by that. And if you want to open up a support ticket, we would be more than happy to. We're 100% going to donate that amount of money, but if you have any better ideas for charity, we're definitely open to that. I mean, it's not
As somebody who has worked in the political space in my time, I know a lot about charities, political action committees, etc. And what Sarge asks as a critique of the charity in his question is indeed correct, based on my understanding of their behavior.
Then listen, that's 100%. I mean, we have no malintentions with that. Obviously, we just want to we're none of us are charity experts, so we just want to donate to a charity. If that is the case scenario, we did, it's not like we sat there for 10 hours and we researched the charity. So we would appreciate if any of you are more familiar with these charities, or have any, just like you said, Nexus
the project and let you know what the
100%
issues may be.
And this goes into, listen, we're a community oriented project. We're not like Activision where we don't listen to our we're going to create a game where we don't listen to our people in the game side of things, and also just the community. If it be something as simple as this, 100% we're going to listen to critiques.
Well, before I move on, I feel that it's important to note that in particular, animal charities such as PETA are what I consider to be essentially virtue signal organizations. They exist to put ads on TV and make wealthy celebrities feel better about themselves and allow themselves to feel good about the bad and unethical animal product purchases they do make in their daily lives, while PETA, the People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, are actually responsible for putting down more homeless animals than any other organization. Now, they claim they're doing this out of empathy, but that actually isn't necessarily true. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. That doesn't really have anything to do with Degen Dogs. I just felt
no, but we appreciate that information. If you in Nexus, and I'm sorry, the person that asked the question, I forgot your username. If you guys could just reach out to us separately, and anyone else who has anything such that, even though it's minor, even though it doesn't affect the actual span of the project or anything to do with the project when it comes to the functionality of it or the utility or the artwork, etc.
Gotcha.
It's still, just reach out to us.
Well, following that up then, I'll ask Sarge's final question from the first roll-up. He asked the same about your Tesla giveaway, with noting the wording seems to make me think that Tesla is something that has... The Tesla is something that has already been bought and wrapped with Degen Dogs branding. Why is there a Tesla giveaway when you could potentially be using that money to invest in the project or the community?
Well, it's just marketing. The Tesla brings people, it makes people interested. There's no particular reason why. It's just a hook, exactly. I mean, that's the fact of the matter. I mean, in the span of the project, in the entire minting, the same argument could be made. Why don't we just pocket that money? Well, we're still giving back in the community in some type of way, rather than taking our own Tesla, buying our own Tesla. You know what I mean? So it's a marketing grab. Yeah, 100%. Gotcha. It's a marketing grab. It has nothing to do with the premise of the project. If it looks pumpy, that's the entire point of it. Trying to gain traction from that, and quite frankly, it did when we first released it.
Memes in a way for you guys.
Exactly. I mean,
and also it grabs people's attention, like he said, but it also is like a raffle ticket. Like, it has to do with gambling. We thought about it in that aspect. You could grab a NFT, and that's theoretically a raffle ticket to see if you could win. It's like almost like a scratch off, I would say.
Okay. Our next question comes from Zek. Hello and welcome, Hound and Running Man. Thank you both for taking the time to reach out to us and hold an AMA. It seems like a great project. Without further ado, let me ask my question. In your Discord server, it is stated that, quote, Degen Dogs is a collection of 5,555 unique NFTs set in a backstory where gambling addicts are trying to be free and find a home, and that their use case would be limited to getting 5 to 10 treat tokens on a X number of days. These treat tokens would then be gambled on your casino website. I want to know why investors should invest and why holders should hold. As far as I know, all you guys are offering is the treat coins for the consumers to gamble inside the casino. The treat token may not be worth much Ethereum on the market, and you guys are entering a very crowded and competitive space that already offers a plethora of other deposit options, contrary to Degenerate Dogs, where consumers and holders of the NFT would be limited to only depositing treats into the casino.
Well, I think it's important to note that the treats are the premise of our utility, right? So the treats you're completely right about, there's a ton of emphasis on this one token, but that token, I wouldn't say it's a slow process. You can make your money back very quickly by just holding the tokens. It's supposed to create some type of steady income for you, but it's going to be made in such a way where, is it worth it to continue holding it, or is it worth it to risk those 5 tokens you're making for that one day, or risk, you have 30 tokens and risk 10 of those 30 tokens in the casino to potentially times 10 that money, or whatever the wager might be. 100% it is a very competitive space, but we think what makes us unique in this space is, listen, there's so many casino projects right now, and they're popping up. Yeah. They are popping up right now. I mean, I have seen, our thing's full transparency, and we acknowledge that. We know that we're not the first to have the word casino in our name. You have all these, casino NFTs, but okay, for example, the biggest one was Gambling Apes, I think it was, right? They partnered with a digital platform, but it has nothing to do with tokenomics. It is literally just, it gives you a slim advantage to some games in this platform that they just use the same platform that you can get from any online digital gambling website. I mean, I forgot which one it was, but it's one of the big ones, and they just partnered with them. And the whole premise of it, in my opinion, is stupid. So you take something like Slotties. Slotties is a great idea. Slotties started off as nothing. Slotties started off in also a very competitive space. Their mint was a month ago, and they were still, NFTs are definitely higher right now than they were. in a similar ideas, what I'm trying to say here is our utility is so strong. Our utility is so unique that I think the work is kind of being done for us in a sense of people are just hopping on, and it's going to continue to go parabolic and linear every drop. And I really clarified this for Nexus the other day. I don't know if it was you, Nexus, that asked this, but one of the team members asked about where we stand with this initial mint when it comes to marketing people and influence and stuff like that. And though we are trying a lot of marketing methods, we're 2 days away from our mint. We have a lot planned for the next 48 hours. I mean, a lot planned for the next 48 hours. I'm probably going to lose my voice. But, we think that this is going to continue gaining traction at every drop, and it's going to be very similar to something like Slotty's, where the utility is just so unique, it's so strong. Listen, like I said before, there's plenty of casino-themed projects, there's plenty of casino-oriented projects. Nobody has made an exclusive NFT casino that you need to hold the NFT to get into, to play games that are built around the community that we are creating. So, it's a completely different approach than we've seen. That I can assure you. So, we might be another casino project, but we're not, the same utility as everyone else. That's for damn sure.
Okay.
And I also saw that he did mention something about the value of the actual treat. On the secondary market, I know there's other market spaces. If you look at like a CyberKong or like one of those very, very, very big projects, there's a secondary market for like their bananas. There will always be a value within our community. There will always be a value for those treats. So I know he mentioned something about having those treats not have value. Within our community, those treats will always have a value, whether it's X amount trades into this much Ethereum or what our scaling process is. There will always be a value for those treats.
Zek's follow-up question is actually directly related to that. He does the math on the 5,555 number and comes up with 27,775 treat tokens going out to all of the holders daily. That would mean that by the time the holder got their first treat token, it would be worth significantly less than the 10th time I got my treat token, or more. I think he means more at the beginning and worth less later due to inflation. Why should we hold treat tokens if they're just going to become inflated with the distribution?
I wouldn't say it is coming. Yes, it would be inflated because of the amount of treats that we are giving out, but the scaling, like the process of how much X amount of treats is going to be worth, is going to be no different on day 2 rather than day 10. Probably it will be better that you're holding it for X amount for the casino to come out, and just right off the bat you can trade in your tokens for Ethereum just by holding it this long. So yes, there'll be inflation, but there's no real benefit. It will actually benefit you for holding it that long, because when that scaling process I forgot the word for it, but when it does come out about how much each treat is worth, you will be able to trade it in by just holding it at that point.
Okay. There's a lot of questions that I'm getting about your all's choice to go with a dog theme. And the community seems to find there to be a negative cloud stigma hanging over specifically dog, Doge, Shiba, etc. related projects that all seem to end up being pump and dumps.
To be completely honest with you, it has nothing. I understand the concern. It's kind of looking deeper than we kind of looked into that side of things. We strictly chose dog because of Degen Dog, DD. Literally, just because of that, it sounded cool. We all love dogs. We didn't want to do. We don't want to do the apes. We don't want to do. There's so many animals that are so saturated right now. You have rabbits, stuff like that. Just felt Degen Dogs. It rolls off the tongue nicely. There's nothing more to it. I'm just going to be completely honest. There is nothing more to it. That's why.
Gotcha. Zulu asks, can you guys provide us with any kind of proof to show us that Degenerate Dogs will be a fair gambling establishment? Are there any aspects of it that would make it better than others, such as Slotty, who does claim to provide real-world benefits at the 150 casinos around the world just by holding the NFTs?
Yeah, we're going to release our. That was a question I think that you asked, Nexus. For example, when you play slots at the casino, it says the percentage that individuals. There's a specific word for it, but the percentage that individuals, when they play the casino, when they play the slots, that they make some type of profit back. We will show all the percentages and calculations. We're going to have a whole menu page, a whole screen for that to show, like when you're playing the house, you're not losing 99% of the time. All those percentages and numbers will be fully disclosed. But in the comparison to Slotty's, right? Slotty's giving you real world benefits. We're taking a different approach. The entire thing in our casino is you're investing. Entire premise behind this project is you're investing in this exclusive casino. Your money is pretty much going back to all of the holders in a pool of, again, an injection of liquidity, if you will. On top of that, all the royalties, which we've been fully transparent about, all the royalties and extra fees such as that, transaction fees, etc., will be put back into the project for holders. So when it comes to, if the question is more directed towards how do we know we're not, you guys aren't going to take a profit, you'll see the creation of the casino. You'll see you'll see the numbers that are going into the casino. You'll see the amount of money. We'll release the amount of money that will be injected into the casino. We will provide all that reassurance for our holders once this initial mint happens.
Okay. Zach is riding my nuts because I skipped one of his questions. I'm going to be very charitable, Zach, and I'm going to ask your last question. You guys seem focused on getting a lot of people into the community, over the growth of the NFT utility, rather. What can ensure the minters that the liquidity pump of the casino itself is not just a cash grab? The roadmap being only filled with giveaways, encouraging minters to mint more and more.
Well, again, that's marketing side of things. We have to put something out there to attract people that might not necessarily be interested in the casino aspect, and then they slowly become interested in that casino aspect as well. But as for when it comes to what I can reassure you that we're doing, I said before, we're releasing UIs. We're trying to be as fully transparent as possible. I know that's one thing. UIs and development are two separate things, but we've already put money into this. We're very bullish on our own project. We've had multiple people reach out to both of us. We're very prevalent in this industry, if you will, for both cash grabs and good projects, or someone that's trying to create a good project. The reason why we're doing this, again, we are trying to make money. As owners, of course, you're trying to make money. You're not going to put all your time and effort into a project not to make any money, of course. We're not like my friend Running Man said. We're not trying to make 100% profit from, or 50% profit from grandma's cookies when we could take 1% of Coca-Cola in the long term. Why not create a long-term stable project? So we're going to continue releasing UIs. We're going to continue to provide more information about the calculations of the casino. We're going to be we already had people doxed on our community. We are going to dox ourselves after this initial mint. Literally our developer is doxed. He's part of the project. You can go look him up. He has a huge LinkedIn, a huge Facebook. And that kind of provides you reassurance about maybe the people behind it. But, other than we can only provide so much. You, as the investor, there's sort of investor, staff, whatever you want to call it, investor, creator, trust relations, and that sense of trust has to be there when investing in a project. And I'm a firm believer, if that be stocks, crypto, NFTs, whatever it might be, you have to have that sense of trust in the project. So that's for you.
But I feel like it's worth pointing out that of many recent projects that have emerged, I have to point out Jade Protocol, which had such bullish high confidence in its project that they called their airdrops an ethical cult, only to see the entire rug slowly pulled out from under most of the holders over a 2 to 3 week period.
Well, listen, all we can do as owners of this project is build trust with our community. We've been completely transparent with them thus far. And we're going to continue releasing updates. Excuse me. And we're going to continue providing details about the future and what we're going to do. We're going to try to be as transparent as possible. When it comes to this project, we have no intentions of doing that because we already have so much money into this casino that we're taking out of our own pockets and putting into it that we would be losing money by doing a rug pull at this point.
Okay.
So that's my sense of reassurance for you. Again, you can go dox the developer.
Gotcha.
You can go dox Ryan Eber. You can go dox the people behind it that are not paid to be part of this project. They have percentages in this project. They're very bullish, obviously, as well. I mean, who isn't on their own project? But listen.
Oh, not the lag again.
Tesla. Oh, it's lagging.
You're back now, but yeah, it was lagging when you were talking about the.
Yeah, I think it's a dead spot. But listen, when it comes to the some things in the roadmap, the charity, the Tesla, that is marketing. It isn't supposed. It's supposed to come off as pumpy. It's not supposed to scare you away. All projects, kind of a vast majority of projects, do that. It's part of the game. Mm-hmm. So I just want to emphasize that we have no malintentions by doing that. We're just trying to expand to a broader community.
Okay. Dope asks, when will your tokens be listed on exchange, and which exchanges do you plan to list? List with, rather.
Yes, give me 1 second. I'm going to pull up our Google Doc that we have with the developer. Give me 1 sec. Sure. I don't want to give you any false information, so I just want to make sure.
Appreciate that, brother.
So real quick, while I'm going through our Google Doc, I also want to kind of clear up. This is sort of on the same page. Before I answer that, we're using with that. That is where we're developing our putting our liquidity pool on. In regards to that, but I'm looking here again. I'm pretty sure I know it, but I just don't want to give any incorrect information. So just give me 1 more second. I apologize. I should have had this in front of me. Just give me 1 second.
No problem. My apologies to the community if we end up needing to let these guys go before we get to all your questions.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Well, right now it's looking like Rarible is what we have here, but we're looking at multiple exchanges for that. Once we sit down at our conversation, our 4-hour meeting after initial mint, to kind of clarify some more information about the tokens and stuff, to provide a community with more information. But that's what it's looking like for right now. I have Balancer here for the liquidity pool and Rarible for some type of exchange. Those are the 2 bullet points I have from our developer that we discussed.
Okay. Dope also asks, how does Degen Dogs plan to participate in the development of the blockchain gaming industry? What innovations will Degen Dogs bring to the gaming industry?
Well, listen, we're trying to accomplish what no one has done before. There's so many saturated casinos. First of all, there's obviously NFTs. There's so much, and these strong long holds are going to the NFTs that are successful a year or two from now. But when it comes to just NFTs and blockchain development in general, this is the first all exclusive. I know I keep emphasizing this, but it is a fact of the matter. No one has made an all exclusive digital casino for people that are holding NFTs. There's been plenty of casino projects attached to real life casinos. You have Slotties, or you have Gambling Apes, who did a digital casino, but they partnered with a digital casino. It's still a public digital casino. I mean, that's where we come in. We're trying, and most people don't want to try to tackle this because I think the real, it's a great idea. I think everyone can agree on that. But I think the reason why creators don't want to kind of attack the customized, exclusive holder only casino is because they want some type of initial money off the bat. They want to take, even if their project isn't a rug pull, they want to have a decent amount of money generated, which is understandable. But again, like I said before, we're in this to create a solid project that is going to generate us, when it comes to our pockets, a lot of money in the long run. Not something where we can just, we're very familiar with this industry. If we wanted to do something like that, we could really just trade NFTs, and do that ourselves, or if we really wanted to create a project, which our morals don't align with that. But there's, we don't want to do something like that. Again, we're in it for the long haul. And we think we're going to change it by being the first, NFT project to make something this exclusive. And I think it's going, if it does, hopefully, we're very bullish on it. Like I said, if it does blow up, and I do think it will go parabolic if it does sell out. I think people will start to see, wow, we got to start doing exclusive things for holders. So I think that's where we'll definitely revolutionize some things.
Okay. Dope also asks, smart contracts are prone to failure. Many projects fall victim to this, costing the users money and the project discredited. How reliable and secure is your smart contract, and have you audited it through any reliable third parties?
The smart contract is deployed tonight, actually. It's going to be the night that it's deployed. Our developers, again, part of CryptoKitties, we're very comfortable that there's going to be no flaws. They've made some massive projects. They're currently working on $1 million upfront project with someone else that I can't disclose. He told me not to disclose it to anybody.
Understandable.
I'm very, and that would be, for us as owners or administrators of this project, that would be a horrible situation. And we do see it happen. I wouldn't say often, but we see it happen frequently. And that's definitely a concern. When you invest in any project, that's a concern. We would definitely be open to doing an audit of it. You'll be able to go view our smart contract as well. We're going to deploy it tonight, I believe. I'm doing a meeting with the developer late tonight, my time, which is Eastern, EST. So again, it kind of relies on the trust that we have a very successful, very a team that is very used to this space and has done very large projects. I mean, this is probably a drop in the sea compared to what they've done.
Okay.
They've done stuff. I mean, listen, everyone thought stuff like CryptoKitties was impossible. He helped on the initial creation of one of the first ever breedable NFT games that there was ever. I mean, it will go down if NFTs continue on the path that they're on now as a historical thing. I mean, our development team is a very, very, we have a lot of trust in them as owners of the project, as administrators of the project. And we hope that our community does as well. Again, you can go dox them, but, we'll definitely be open to an audit.
Perfy asks, I love gambling as much as the next person, but CSGO skin gambling was a huge issue in the United States for a large period of time, and thus new regulations came into being that would prevent it because a large number of the users were underaged gambling. What protections will Degenerate Dogs put in place to ensure that, for example, underaged kids can't acquire a bunch of NFTs and gamble?
That's a fantastic question. Well, we can't stop an underage person from using, OpenSea. You're supposed to be 18 plus, so you're supposed to be 18 plus to do any type of crypto in the United States. Stock exchange too. We can't. It'll be attached to your OpenSea account. If you minted the project, you're going to have access to the casino. We kind of, again, that goes.
So essentially what you're telling me is a kid could lie to OpenSea and off to the slots they go.
Listen, I mean, I know 14-year-olds that trade in the stock market, even though it's illegal. It would still be breaking the law. As for the site being held liable, we'll have all of our legal information, such as being 18 or 21, wherever you're at.
I'm just going to be honest, boys. If I was 14 and trading stocks, I would expect the IRS to come a knocking.
Well, I've heard of it. I know my neighbors, they're 14, they do it under their parents' account. But I believe when it comes to the tax situation, it'll be connected to OpenSea, which is, when you go to take out that money, it's connected to even bigger audited websites, tax audited websites by the U.S. government, like Coinbase, etc. Where you have to provide tax verification stuff, and it would have to be connected to a parent or a person above the age of 18. So when it comes to our casino, it's attached to OpenSea. Whatever OpenSea's legal terms are, which I know is 18 plus, it'll be that's what it's going to be. We're not going to provide. There's no need based upon that to provide additional ID verification if you've already bought the NFT. Okay. So that's kind of where we sit with that. Hopefully that answers your question.
All right. We've already hit the hour mark. Would you guys be okay with sticking around and continuing this for a little bit? Because we do have some more good questions to get to. If you
we could do I'd say about 30 more minutes.
Okay. That's great. All right. You Love God asks, do you plan on implementing a Layer 2 network inside of the casino?
I'm sorry, you broke up a little bit. What was the question?
Do you plan to implement a Layer 2 network inside of the functioning of the casino?
Yes.
I'll let you answer that, Running Man. Go ahead.
Yes, on the AVEX chain.
Okay. You're going to use AVAX to piggyback some cheaper gas fees for folks?
Exactly.
All right, cool. You Love God also asks, what percentage will the house win rate be? I'm perceiving that to be similar to the payback conversation we had.
Yes, that is, again, we're going to release all that information. We haven't calculated the rate yet, but it's going to be well over the 70s when it comes in favor of, that's kind of what I was discussing earlier. We're going to disclose all of our numbers. We're going to have a page for each game where you can click, where you, what game you're playing. You can click the legality of the legal terms, and then below it will have all the percentages, all the numbers behind the game. So it'll show you, I guess, I don't know the exact word for it. There's a specific word for it, but like Seminole Casino, for example, you can click, which is around the corner from me. You go play a slot machine, and you click it. You click the little button in the corner, and it will give you the percentage that people are winning against the house. I guess the payout percentage, how with a profitable percentage. So we'll have all those numbers. I can't give you. There's going to be multiple slot games. We released, for example, like Hound's Bones as one of the UIs in our Discord. There will be 2 or 3 different variations, like different. Obviously, they all have their own little power ups and stuff. If you played slots in the casino, you know what I mean. There's a bunch of different slots. They're all slot machines, but there's different ones. We're going to have different slot machine games, and each one will slightly vary.
Okay.
I can't give you that yet. Yeah.
No problem. You guys have mentioned the user interface and kind of mock-ups that you've done. Do you have any of those that you want to share with the community?
I would be more than happy to send them, yeah.
I think I was checking out the questions, just reading them as we go, like following you, and I think someone actually did post the UI, but we would be more than happy to post the slots game UI that we have.
Okay, yeah, no, I was just asking on behalf of the community if there's anything in particular game related for the casino that you had ready to show off.
Yeah, we could pull it. Are you gonna send that, Hound? You wanna send
Yeah,
it?
I have them all. They're my most recent pictures in my camera roll. Might as well.
I posted the one thing just a few minutes ago for you guys. Just the roulette slot blackjack interface piece.
Awesome.
Oh, I'd love to show you guys the casino. We actually, I think it was a couple nights ago, we released the. Hold on, 1 second. You guys can see it on our sneak peek channel as well. But give me 1 second. Where should I put it in? Where should I put it? Which channel?
Oh, you can put it in the AMA chat if you would like. That's not a problem.
Hold on, gotta find it. Let's see AMA chat.
It'll be right above the stage channel that we're all located in.
Oh, I see it. A bunch of them. I see it. I got it. I got it. It's right here. Hopefully, I posted in the right spot.
You're cutting out again.
Let me connect. Let me go over. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Here, I sent like how I sent the interface for.
There it is. Very cool. Okay. Alrighty, moving right along. Arthix asks, will treats be able to be swapped or purchased in any way, or is it only received by holding the NFT?
That's a great question. Yes, it is only received by holding the NFT, so we make it unique just to the project. One that is not holding the NFT will not have access to the casino.
Okay. I guess a follow-up...
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I just want to add real quick, I don't mean to talk over you, but if you have X amount of tokens and they're not cashed out yet, and you sell that NFT on the secondary market like OpenSea, it goes to the next person, hence driving the value of that up even more.
Okay. Yeah, don't worry, guys. I'm going as quick as I can. We're getting to the questions in the order in which they were received. Only Lone Wolf asks, what makes you think such a big project, or such a project as yours, will work against big projects like Forgotten Ruins, Wizard Cult 14, or Cat and Mouse Game?
We're very bullish on it because we're. Can you hear me?
Yes, you're back now.
Okay, perfect. Again, I apologize, guys, for connection issues. My bad. It goes without saying that we're very bullish on our project, but we're very bullish not because obviously we own it, but because of the utility, right? No one has done. I keep emphasizing this. No one has done an exclusive all digital casino specifically for holders only. No one else can get these treats. No one else can get the NFTs unless they buy them. So I mean, that's our utility. We have such strong faith in our utility. I think it's going to be. That's the thing. That's our selling point. The art's beautiful. Don't get me wrong, and we were focusing a lot in the beginning on our art, and then we spoke with Ryan Eber, who's one of our admins, and we were like, no. We gotta really start focusing on our utility. This is what's going to make us, the next slotties or whatever the ones you just listed. Again, you're taking a risk just like anything else. We're taking a risk by putting a bunch of money into this, but our utility is so strong. We believe that risk will be worth it, and that's where we believe we'll be just like them. There's so many copycats out there. There's so many casino projects right now. I mean, but none of them are special. This is special because it gives you all exclusive access to a digital casino that we're willing to take on that task with, because we don't want to take any profits after this. We're willing to inject all the money. We're willing to, let go of other things that a normal project would want to pay off just so we can get this casino to our holders, etc.
Okay. There are several questions about Ethereum in particular, your all's choice to choose Ethereum. Why in particular did Degenerate Dogs choose Ethereum as their blockchain over other NFTs? The questions are coming to the community specifically about what people are calling it the gas war, which tends to be a thing that happens when an NFT project releases, that the minting actions drive up the gas prices for quite literally everybody.
Yeah, that's a great question. That is another great question. So our project is on the Ethereum blockchain, so we went ahead and did it with Ethereum. We are trying to prevent that gas war from happening. So what we did was we put it into phases. So the first phase is on January 6th at 1 p.m. EST for whitelist members. Just to put it out there, there's only 22 whitelist spots left out of 500. So if you guys are looking to get whitelisted, you come into the server, invite 5 friends, or boost the server, and it will be automatically granted to you the whitelist role. So going back to what we're doing to help prevent the community with the gas wars is we're doing it in 2 phases. So January 6th, it will be only for whitelist. You'll have a little over 24 hours, about 26 hours later, we will do our first public mint batch, and that will be half the remaining NFTs. So it'll be half the remaining NFTs, and then January 8th will be the second half of the remaining NFTs to try to, get those gas wars to prevent those gas wars, to make gas as low as possible.
Okay. USMB2 asks, why is Degenerate Dogs only for the holders? Why not for the public? And what if the public were permitted to buy treats, but not hold the NFT?
Well, that would ruin. Well, that's the entire premise of our project, is to offer to holders. Hold on. There's so many projects where it's.
Do me a solid. Start your answer over again.
Okay. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. The entire basis for our project is to provide something for exclusive holders, and that is this casino. There's so many projects that are trying to tackle making a public casino, making a casino accessible to everyone, and then they give holders like little perks in that casino. That's tackling, in my opinion, too big of a task. It's bound to fail if you do it like that. The way we're calculating it and the way we're doing this is it's going to be a lot better for us to do it, in our eyes, just for holders, which many other people might think is a much bigger task. We don't think so. We think, if we do the initial injections of liquidity, and then we keep making it self-sustainable using the royalties and people, losing against the house and putting the coins back into it. We think we're going to be able to conquer that. But to answer your question, we're not interested in opening it up for the public as of right now. And I don't think it's going to be an interest in the future, unless, the entire dynamic of the project somehow changed. But, they would ruin the point in the exclusivity for holders if we added the ability to go buy these treats as a public person that is not holding these NFTs. The entire premise is for this exclusivity. You're buying into that utility. If you're interested in our project, you're buying it specifically for that. Okay. If not, then the project might be something you might want to look into, something else, maybe like Slotties or something else. Ours is specifically relying on, this exclusive side of things.
Gotcha. Follow-up question from the same gentleman revolves around the regulations on gaming and digital casinos. The user asks, many countries have banned casinos and digital casinos. How do you cover these regularities? Before you answer that question, I feel like I should point out that if treats are locked to the NFT holders, then that does, to a degree, overcome the gaming regulations that tend to require a disclosures of odds, buy-ins, etc., because no user in the Degenerate Dogs Casino would actually be putting euros, Great British pounds, dollars down payment on the chips. So there is a regulatory fence that this project rides.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm really glad you put that out there, because that's kind of where I was going to start from as well. I know we discussed that the other day. This is probably the number one question. And it's, of course, a big concern because you go to Roulette, you go to these other sites, you need a VPN, or there's very, very oddly worded legal stuff on the website. You might be hit with all kinds of crazy fees. Or if they don't, they're going to eventually get, regulated somehow if you don't need a VPN and they're a brand new casino site. But anyway, as we know, the law is very blurry across the world right now when it comes to digital gambling with cryptocurrency. In the United States, it's banned. In Canada, it just got somewhat legalized, I believe. It's different everywhere. But as of right now, where we stand in the majority of countries, we've talked to we have the same lawyer that did one of the biggest gambling lawsuits in Florida, where we're based, Seminole Casino. Same exact lawyer we consulted and is on our team. They were going to do some type of digital thing within their actual casino, some type of digital betting. And the county said they could not do that in Florida. It was illegal. And they were able to win that case for them. It was a big win for, digital stuff in the casino, within actual casinos. But what I'm trying to say here is we have the legal team behind us, and we've confirmed with them that thus far, because the tokens are not something you're buying, and it kind of answers the person before this that was asking, why can't you, the public, just buy tokens? Well, that would add all kinds of legal conflict to it as well. You cannot go deposit real money into the into the casino and get tokens with that real money, or buy it with a certain amount of Ethereum. You're getting that Ethereum from holding an asset, which is the NFT, that is giving you a token, and in turn, we're in the casino, we're injecting this liquidity into it. That is on paper money that we're putting into the casino, and you're taking that money out with these tokens that are representative within our exclusive casino, not to the public, within our exclusive casino. It's representative of money that you can take out of a pool that we're injecting money into. So on paper, what I'm trying to say here is it's essentially a giveaway on paper when it comes to the legality of it. Now that we don't need any VPNs yet. We don't need any of that. We've consulted multiple lawyers, including this absolutely fantastic, phenomenal lawyer who's very big in the gambling space. But right now, no VPNs. None of that will be needed. If any legal stuff, again, this is unprecedented. No one has done an exclusive NFT digital casino yet. If any, of course, any type of legal action could arise. Let's say we did become the next Slotties. We were on the front page of OpenSea, and we were gaining crazy traction. I'm sure we would be in the eyes of the government. That goes without saying. And we would update our members if any legal. But as of now, there is no legal issues. On paper, we are a giveaway. That is what it is.
Okay. The IRS asks, there's a similar project, the Crypto Gangsters, that have a casino on Ethereum's main net, their own token, Kilo, and they will have their own metaverse. How is Degenerate Dogs different from Crypto Gangsters? And investing in your project would be more beneficial than investing in theirs. How?
Well, I have to do more research on them, but however, I have heard of them. And it seems like they're more so tackling this idea of the metaverse and building a thing in the metaverse, which is not really. We do have plans to potentially expand into buy sandbox space and stuff like that, as we believe is necessary. But ours is we're giving you an entire. You go to Roulette right now, or maybe you guys don't like that site because that site is scum. But you go to any digital gambling website, and you have this whole platform in front of you, but everyone can use it. That's yours. As a holder, that is yours. That is just yours. Only 5,555 people, or however many unique holders, are only the ones that have access to that. You're buying into this. I know I keep emphasizing this, but where you're buying into this very exclusive casino. They're not making. I've seen them before, and I'm not hating on their project because I don't understand the full utility of their project. I haven't. There's thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of NFT projects by now, but. I have heard of them, and I believe they're different in the sense of they're tackling more of this idea of building a casino in the metaverse. I think, you're buying more into an idea, especially in a lot of these that still look very strong. You're buying into an idea. We're supplying you guys with UIs. We're supplying developer updates. And this is something we want to give you, again, very soon after the initial mint or, the initial first two drops. It's going to be very soon after the second drop. But this thing, even though this is a long-term, quote-unquote, long-term thing, this is all something that's going to happen. We're not waiting, till 2030 for the metaverse to just take off for Sandbox to stop, opening up grid space for people to buy land. And You know, we're doing something where people can use and make money on now in the next few months. That's what we're working on. You're buying into something that you're going to see benefits to, all exclusive benefits to now, very soon. After, if you're interested in our project, you're interested in minting it.
Time YT asks, how do I as a member take out my money? And are there any minimums to withdraw? Is there any part of the fee structure we should know about?
There will be minimums to withdraw. You can't just withdraw 0.04 or 0.004 of you know, Ethereum. You'll have to have, and that comes into when we kind of determine what the conversion rate is going to be per 5 coins or whatever it might be. So I can't give you what the, you know, the minimum amount will be. Like I said before, there will be a very small transaction fee every time, and that's something on our end that we're going to put back into the casino. It'll be very small. It's not going to be like a crazy gas fee or anything. You'll have the Ethereum gas fees, you know, and you'll be able to take that out, just like you would be able to cash out any other token. You know, except we're going to build it directly into the casino. There will be a page on the casino. And it will guide you through that entire process. There will be a page.
I'm sorry, there will be a paid what?
He's saying that there will be a page that you can go to.
Oh, okay.
It will be on the casino, like the cash out. You can go straight to connect your wallet, and they'll know how many treats you have, and from there you can cash out however much you might like.
Okay. USMB2, back again, asks, is it like Axes in that we can breed the degenerate dogs like we can with Axes?
That's a great question. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Making sure. I think I hit the dead zone. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a big dead zone in this place. That's a great question. We've had multiple people ask us a lot of questions about breeding. We do plan on introducing some type more utilities as we can do. Our main focus right now is the getting a slot game, this dashboard, this initial casino for beta testing to our users shortly after the mint, to have all the tokenomics, all that stuff up and running so we can give our holders something to look forward to. We don't want to overcomplicate things at first. However, we are looking into it. It is nothing confirmed, but we are looking into breeding around the second or third drop. Where you can kind of take 2, especially for the people that hold multiple from this initial mint. Hence why we might do it during the second one, where you could kind of take 2 and create, you know, more. That again, that's all going to be kind of for the secondary market, not really in comparison to that game. You know, while we're on this page, I also want to emphasize that getting a rare, you know, NFT, getting for example, if we allowed breeding, you bred to it, and you got a super rare NFT, whatever it might be, getting a more rare NFT does not give you more tokens than someone else. We're trying to not make this a pay-to-win casino. That would kind of ruin all, you know, the entire, you know, concept behind it. You know, a couple people were very confused, and one of our AMAs in our Discord, we had like 100 members, 60 or 70 members the other day. They were very confused, a couple people, because they were under the premise that you were getting more tokens if you got a more rare NFT. That is not the case. You own one NFT, you get the same tokens as the next guy, and the next guy, and the next guy.
But of course, the rarity would be on the secondary market.
Yeah, exactly. So the rarity is kind of like skins, right? You know, that adds a sense for people that are trying to resell it on the secondary market, make their quick profits, not hold this long term, not really use the casino, or they are using the casino and they want to add that on top of that. That's something for that we're doing for the secondary market. We don't want that to affect the utility of the casino.
Okay. Artha X asks, along this very same line, you said that if you lost treats while playing in the casino, that you would receive some more the next day, you know, like a fixed income. Isn't that worse than a real casino? It seems like you're giving treats to holders that might incentivize an everyday gambling addiction.
I don't think it's necessarily, I mean, you could kind of look at it. You can look at it that way, but you know, this is us. Even if you do gamble or you don't gamble, you're going to get those 5 every day. So it's up to you to make that decision. Obviously, we're encouraging people to use our casino, but what we're trying to say is there's kind of that this
you guys
thing
are
you can
pushing
backfall
and
on.
straddling a very fine balance between benefiting a holder who will never touch the casino and then benefiting a guy who just loves to gamble.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree with that. We're not trying to really encourage gambling addiction, but if you do lose, it's not like you lose everything. You continue to, what we're trying to say is you can continue to just hold it and regain tokens just by holding it. We're not necessarily saying spend all your tokens all at once, but if you do lose all your tokens and you got to wait for another batch to come in the next day, it gives incentive to not necessarily continue gambling, but to just continue to be part of the project in general. It kind of incentivizes the entire thing.
Okay.
Hey, Nexus, can I?
Yes,
So,
please.
so I'm seeing some chat at the bottom there. Will you go ahead and just explain too, because we discussed this already. The treats have a cap at some point, and that hasn't really been discussed.
Yeah, I tried to fish for that earlier, but we didn't really touch on that.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Burning Man, can you answer this question real quick? I got to plug my phone in 1 second.
Yes, of course. So you wanted to talk more about the cap?
Yes, briefly, if we could.
Yeah, okay. So there will be a cap on every NFT, of course, because you can hold it for very, very long. And it could be worth, you could just hold it for a year or two, like the theoretical question. You guys asked this the other day, right? You could hold it for a year or two, let's say, and you just build up treats, and it could be worth $1 million, like that theoretical question. Remember, you guys asked it the other day?
Yep.
So we will have a cap on each NFT. It will be hard to definitely reach the cap. It will. It will be hard to reach that cap. But it cannot be decided what the exact cap is until the initial mint, like we stated before.
Okay. Did you have anything else for me, Sarge, or should we get to the final wrap-up? I will take your appropriate silence as a no on top in that case.
Before we do wrap up, I want to say, thank you for giving us this opportunity and joining. Your questions were great. I hope we answered everyone's questions up to par. For giving this opportunity, we definitely would like to give an opportunity back to your community for giving us this opportunity. And we have an invite contest, of course. If you invite 5 friends or invite the community or boost the server, you get whitelisted. There's about 20 spots left. We are willing to give the first 10 people to open up a ticket and say you're from this group. Give a screenshot of that you were in this AMA, and we'll give you the opportunity, if you're interested in minting the project, to come along and mint and be on the whitelist.
Awesome. All right, and just as a final kind of cherry on top question, I do want to ask JCM's final question. He asks, the casino will be very exclusive, you say. What would be the outcome if a large percentage of the Degenerate Dogs holders were to not gamble?
If a large amount of
the utility of the NFT is predicated on the casino being utilized by the holders. What would be the outcome if the holders didn't play?
I don't think there will be much more of a different outcome. We will be supplying the same amount of treats regardless if you play. Of course, we are incentivizing people to play, but regardless if you play or not, it will be the treats and everything will be pushed out the same exact way.
All right. Okay, then. In that case, while we're wrapping up, I would like to invite you guys as the team from Degenerate Dogs to help us at the Wolves of Wall Street to choose the top 5 questions that you felt dominated this conversation. Mine are excluded, the first battery, of course. Your options are those pinned among any in the community, including those that I did not get to.
Okay. So you want me to go through all the questions? I really
Yeah.
like the first question that was asked. I will give you the name.
All right, I believe that would
I
be
gotta go
Sarge.
through, there's so many questions. Okay, there's a lot of scrolling to do.
Yeah.
I really like giving you the name. Hold on 1 second.
Oh yeah, you will see a few repeat names. That tends to happen because we have many crypto investors who, again, are knowledgeable and bring their A game to this show.
Yeah,
Zeke was definitely one of them.
You can scroll to if they go to the pinned messages, it might be easier for him to go than scrolling through all the extra chat.
Yes, it's much easier if you just go to the
Where are the
pins.
pinned messages?
Are you on mobile or PC?
Right now I am on mobile.
All right, on mobile, so you will tap the members list, the little 2 people in the top right.
Yes.
And then you will see
pins. I see.
pins right there.
Okay. So Zeke is number 1. Dope.
All right.
Perfy.
And that leaves us with just one more, folks.
And the last one, Arthax.
Arthax. You got it. All right, folks. You guys will be receiving your rewards very shortly for asking and getting our friends at Degenerate Dogs to answer some very interesting questions about their ambitions for this project. Fantastic.
Thank you all for joining. And again, once again, I'm sorry to cut you off. What did you say?
No, I was going to say, hey, Sidebins, if you're listening, go ahead and airdrop my 20 right here to the channel.
Hell, generous of you, Sarge. Very awesome.
And last thing is, yes, if you do, once again, for listening in this AMA, if we give away 10 free spots of whitelist, if you come in, open up a ticket, say you're from the group, and provide a screenshot from the AMA, we will grant you the whitelist role if you're interested in minting.
Absolutely. I know those in the community who would be interested would absolutely be happy to take a free whitelist spot. Definitely. We appreciate that. And for my part, as always, I am Nexus. I am your host here at the Wolves of Wall Street. We host Ask Me Anything programs with any cryptocurrency projects or NFT projects willing to step up and meet the pack. All of the
one more thing.
Oh, go for it.
So, just one last thing I want to mention, the benefit of whitelist. First, the quick last thing to wrap this up. The benefit of being whitelisted is you do get a cheaper initial mint price. It is 0.04 instead of 0.05. And you do have, I know someone mentioned about the gas fees. So you do have 24 hours, a little bit more, like 26 hours to mint your whitelist, your NFT from your whitelist. So that will also bring down the gas fees. So those are the 2 main benefits of being whitelisted just for the members.
Okay. Excellent. Well, guys, as always, this has been a presentation of the Wolves of Wall Street. Special thanks to Prazen, our artist, Sai, the boss man, Sarge for being an excellent moderator, helping us with questions, Hustle for being who he is and doing what he does. We would like to thank Running Man and Hound from the Degenerate Dogs team, especially for coming here and putting up with all of our bullshit. And most importantly, all of the information covered in this program is for informational and entertainment purposes only, and is not meant to be construed as financial advice by any one of the speakers, either the team at Degenerate Dogs, or myself, or the team at the Wolves of Wall Street. Always do your own research, always remain curious, and most importantly, hodl your Bitcoin. Thank you all so very much for joining us for today's presentation, and we hope very much to see you again another time very soon.
Thank you again.